excited to dive in. This is Chelsea. She's been live with me before. We has an amazing story. She's been with us for about 5 months now. She started out in the 21-day challenge, saw amazing results. It gave her that little boost, a little bit of belief for her to keep going, that this is possible. She is worthy of these results. And then she decided to do the 4-month program. And so now 4-month program is over, and now she is in our year-long Evolve program. So I'm so excited about that. And we are really getting some progress here with not only physically, but mentally. So I'm excited to dive into that. So let's start with 21-day challenge, since that's where the majority of people start, because it does give you that little boost of confidence, you know, that belief in yourself. Your 21-day challenge about 5 months ago. Take me through that experience. Take me through why you signed up for the challenge in the first place.
So I signed up for the 21-day challenge because I was mentally screwed. Like, I had no self-worth. I had driven away all friendships. Well, not all friendships, but a majority of them. I just was not ever happy. I blamed everything and was just sad and just miserable. Like, I just was miserable, to be honest. And not even speaking on the weight part. On the weight part, I was over 150 pounds. Like, I'm 4'8". So if you can imagine, that's
tiny.
That's pretty big on a very tiny person. Yeah, my finances were screwed. So I really didn't know what I was getting into, but I was just like, I was talking to my best friend, and she was like, you know, I know you've been stalking her. You should just go ahead and, do it. And I was like, okay, sure. And I was like, but I'm probably going to set this unrealistic goal, and I'm probably not even going to get the results I want. So whatever. And so I did the 21-day challenge, and it, like, at the end of the 21-day challenge, I remember telling myself, I'm not done yet. Like, there's more work to be done, and I can do this. Like, I can do this. The only person holding me back would be me. And I'm done holding myself back. And little did I know, like, I was not just going in for the weight loss. Like, do you want me to keep going, like, into the 4 months?
Yeah. So okay. let's go into what was your biggest takeaway from the 21-day challenge? Because you've kind of been through phases, right? It started with, oh, I'm just focusing on weight loss, to realizing, wow, I have a lot of inner work that I think I need to do. And then the weight loss just started, like, magically happening, just focusing in on the inner work. So what was your biggest takeaway from the 21-day challenge? Like, what benefited you the most in the 21-day challenge?
Okay, so let me preface that I went in with the only idea of just trying to lose weight. I couldn't even acknowledge that I was fucked up in the head. So there's that. But by the end of the 21-day challenge, that's when I realized, one, my mindset had changed, and I wanted to do some real growth, and some permanent growth at that. Second was, I realized I am a product of who I surround myself with, and that would be my community. Two things that I never really came to terms with. I always blame my outer thing, when really it was looking in and figuring out what I could do different. So that's what was like, okay, do this. Do something different. If you do the same thing that you've always done, you're going to get the same result that you've always gotten. And my always result was, okay, I'll do this for a little bit, and then I'll fall off and I'll go back to doing what I always do. And that's sitting in comfortability. Like, I did whatever was comfortable for me. I did whatever, like, if I was in a bad mood, I was like, I'll just sit here and I'm just going to eat a couple cookies, and then that cookie would turn into like 8. And then I would be like, okay. And then I would punish myself and, like, like, do dumb stuff, like just be mean to myself. And, like, it's just like, doing the 21-day challenge made me create a different relationship with food. It made me create a different relationship with the people. Well, it started to help me create a different relationship with the people around me and realize my worth. And it really gave me the push to want to make myself better, to make my life better.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So you did the 21-day challenge. You saw awesome results. You lost like what, like 11 pounds or something in the challenge?
Yeah, I don't even remember. It was so long ago. I think it was around that though. It was definitely around that.
It was like 9 or 11 or something like that, because you lost a good amount of weight, but you weren't just in it for the weight loss anymore. You knew it was more about mindset. So you decided 4-month program, let's do it. I have so much more I need to work on. And tell me about your experience in the 4-month program, because you just recently finished out a couple weeks ago. So tell me about that. Tell me where you started in the 4-month and where you are now.
So in the 4-month, my introduction video was like, it was supposed to be, I think, a minute and some shit long. And it was maybe like 30 seconds. And I was like, hi, I'm Chelsea. I'm here because my daughter died and I'm trying to get over that trauma. And I just like clicked off. And I didn't give, like I was messed up, dude. I really was. It was really sad. Like I was broken. I really was. So yeah, that's what kind of pushed me, was knowing that I couldn't deal with being upset anymore, and I couldn't blame anything on anything anymore, and I had to really deal with what was holding me back, and that was my traumas and my insecurities and myself. Those were the 3 main things. And once we started digging into that, the first experience dealing with Layla was very hard. I believe I cussed you out. I was very upset. I was just like in my feelings. I took everything personally. And then, I really sat down and I analyzed things. And I realized that Layla dying happened for me and it didn't happen to me. And I used to just think that bad shit just happened to me. Like, I used to really think God hated me for a long time. And I know that is because I am supposed to do something more than just be here for myself. Things happen to us that make us be able to be better for someone else. There are things that I'm good at that someone else isn't, that I would be able to help someone with. And that was a big turning point, was that mindset shift. And not even just not just that, but my self-worth. I actually tell myself I'm beautiful. Like, I'm breaking out right now, and it's because I've been fucked on my, can I cuss? I'm so sorry.
Yeah. You know whose Facebook you're on?
Yes, I know. I'm sorry. I shouldn't even ask. So I'm going to hold myself accountable. I've been doing shit on my water, and clearly I'm breaking out. But I still woke up and said, hey, you're a beautiful bitch this morning, because I am, and I deserve to tell myself that. And it's just like, not only that, but financially, like I even texted Jess today, like I was at the grocery store, and I had my $300 limit, and dude, I blew the grocery store lady away because I was, I think, $2 off of $300, and I was like, stop at $300. And I used to be the bitch who would have to be like, I'm like $50 over. Can you take 6 items off? But no, dude, and then she complimented me on how I organize things. So clearly it's more than just traumas getting addressed here. I'm fundamentally growing, and financially, just so much financial gain. I looked at one of my Tire Plus cards. It's paid off today. I finally paid that shit off. Just the weight of so many problems that I didn't address have been falling off one by one. And the live event was, dude, that shit was crazy. All that support, all that fucking growth, oh my God, we had amazing food. It was great. I addressed shit that I never thought in my wildest dreams I would address. I never thought that I would get as close as we did. I would never think that I would really feel welcomed in a community. That was one one big issue with me was I never felt loved or welcomed anywhere. Well, I want to say anywhere, but for the most part.
Yeah,
for the
definitely.
most part.
And so let's talk about that. Let's talk about community. And because you've clearly made an absolutely insane physical transformation, you're clearly doing so much better with your mindset, your perception on every single situation in your life. You know, you're improving in every single area. But let's talk about community, and let's talk about the importance of community and how this community has impacted your results, especially coming to an in-person live event, being able to meet everybody, being welcomed with open arms. Tell me about community and why this community is so important to you.
Okay, it was so scary but so amazing. It's like, I don't know if you guys have ever done that where you've like met a Facebook friend for the first time. Like, dude, it's fucking nerve-wracking. But it was so awesome. Like, to know and get to know each and every one of these ladies on a personal level. It's just like, it feels a warmth and a connection of just like, some of these women I feel like I've known for years. Like, and it's very nice to feel supported and to feel welcomed and to feel loved. We even did a circle where we stood up and I cried. I'm not gonna say I probably cried because that would be lying. I cried. Like, they said some of the nicest things, and it's a nice change to have support. It is a very nice change to have support, and also accountability. Like, if I bullshitted myself, they definitely wouldn't let me bullshit myself. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, it's not gonna go past XYZ because they're not going to let it. Sorry about that. Yeah. They and we lift each other up. That's another thing, is we're always inspiring each other, like, to do better. What can we do to improve in positivity? Like, there's always self-love quotes. One of the girls posted an affirmation video I listened to this morning. I even sent to a couple people, which in turn shows that it trickles down, like, in our system, like, not just in the group that I'm involved in, but in my daily life. Like, it affects everything in a positive way.
I feel like too, that's a big reason that a lot of people don't do well in their health and fitness journey, is because they literally feel like they're alone. They feel like they're doing it by themselves. Their friends aren't involved in it. Their friends are still out drinking, doing drugs, having the negative mindset. Their family and their parents are all the same, doing the same shit that got you stuck in the first place. And so surrounding yourself with a community of people who are literally there to grow, the purpose of growth, and to constantly lift you up, and just welcoming you with open arms and understanding you're not in this alone. You're not on this journey by yourself. And there's other women too that, like we were talking about before we hopped on, everyone's a little fucked up, and kind of just seeing that we all come from somewhere and we're all striving for the same goal, which is growth, no matter what that looks like. And everybody's goals are different. Everybody wants something different in their life, but it's really sitting down and dissecting that and figuring that out. Because seriously, I mean, before Inner Alpha Fitness, have you ever actually sat down and figured out what you want in your life? Like, what you want your life to look like?
Not this detailed, no. I would maybe get like a couple, if that would be generous. Like, I would say I would plan like a month ahead, if that.
Yeah.
If that. Like, I've got my whole year planned out.
Yeah.
And there's a reason for that.
Yeah. Right. And not only do you have your whole year planned out, but we have a strategy to get you there. Right? Not just like, oh, I want to create blah, 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 and I want this much money and I want to look this way. And then you don't have a strategy to get there. Like, we map it out and then give you a specific strategy of how you are going to get there and give you the tools. Make sure you're non-negotiably successful.
Absolutely. Yeah. I can attest to that. Absolutely. They help you through it. There's no, I don't have the resources. You literally have everything you need. everything you need to succeed.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm so proud of you. And I'm so excited because we're not done yet.
No.
We're not done yet. We still have so much to do together, and I'm so excited. So one last thing, and then we'll go ahead and wrap it up. But if you could tell anybody on here, because I know we've talked about this before, and let's say you have a friend watching this and they really want to get their life together, but they don't really know how. They want to focus on their health and fitness. They want to lose weight. They want to gain a better mindset. They want to be more positive. What advice would you give that person watching this right now who's on the fence?
I would tell them to not give up on themselves, that they deserve it. Like,
Yeah.
You spend money on Starbucks and Target, but you won't invest into your health or your mental health or your well-being. Like, it's I can attest, it's changed my life. Like, give yourself a chance at self-love. Like, if that's anything I want anyone to get out of, it's being able to love themselves. And that's what I learned how to do. And I'd say go for it. Like, you can't lose. There's no losing, because you're already at the bottom. Like, not to say that in a negative way, but like, if you do it and then don't do it, then you're in the same spot. Like, just do it. I guarantee you, it'll change everything in a positive way.
Wow, I can do this. I do deserve this. I do want to create more with my life, and almost gives you a different perspective. And I say this to you guys all the time. You don't know what you don't know. So there's a lot of people out there who will say, well, I've done weight loss programs before. I've done challenges. I know how to count macros. I know what I'm doing. I just have to do it. Well, if you knew what you were doing and you just had to do it, you would be there by now. Right? Most of the time, it's the support. It's a different perspective. Like we talk about, you cannot change your past. You can't change what has already happened, but you can change that perspective and you can change the outlook. And that is all the difference in your journey, in your life. So I'm super excited. I'm so glad that you hopped on here. There's so many people who are watching, so many people that look up to you, so many people that you inspire. We just posted your before and after a little bit ago, maybe 30 minutes ago. So if you guys are on here live or you're watching the replay, head over to my social media and I'll have Chelsea share it also. But head over to my Facebook page and check out a transformation, because it is absolutely incredible. And I'm so honored to have you as a client. And I'm excited. I'm excited for this next year. 2021 is gonna be insane.
Be a great year.
Yeah.
I'm super grateful, dude. Like, if you only knew how much my life has changed, like how this wasn't a thing. I was never smiling. Like, I'm grateful. Thank you. I'm appreciative.
Thank you. No, thank you for showing up for yourself, because there's a lot of people who won't. There's a lot of people who won't. So you should be thankful for yourself for taking the leap of faith, because there's a lot of people who will put themselves last and keep doing it over and over again and stay stuck, so I'm excited. It's going to be a good year.